Are we going? Yeah. How's everybody doing? Captain Sexy says I'm very handsome, which I appreciate. Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm gonna share this stream over on the YouTube. Let me go get to this thing. But while everyone's joining us, let us know where you're from, where you tuning in from. That's always good. But yeah, today we're just gonna be playing the Olympus. So I've got the Olympus here beside me. I've got the OG, and then the then the current model. So sent out 2 wah boards you sold. Nice. You bought 4 Mythos pedals in 1 week. Dang. Norway, Brazil, awesome. Denver. Let me know if the guitar needs to go up or my voice needs to go up or whatever. I can adjust if at all possible. Nicholas just interviewed with Keeley to be a surface mount technician. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Am I plugged into a real amp? No. That's the Tone King plugin. So I was kind of struggling with the Tone King when I first got this new computer, but I think I've got it dialed in, and I think it's sounding pretty good. I couldn't figure out how to transfer my patches from the old computer onto the new one, but I just did it manually. Sound is clipping. Okay. Is the guitar clipping or is my voice clipping? Let me know. Is it all clipping? Check, check. Check, 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 check. Looks like my mic might be a little hot. Check. All right, let's go down just a scooch. And then if the both. Someone else says it's not clipping. Okay. I mean, it's supposed to be distorted or, slightly broken up. So, let's see. Okay. Before we get going, we're only 3 minutes in. So, let me adjust my levels here. Okay. Automatically adjust mic levels. Let's try that. Is that better? Hopefully that's better. Better now. Okay, cool. You hear weird clipping through your car speakers. Okay. Jittery sounding. It might just be my stream. Hopefully I've got it sorted out by clicking that option. Okay. So the Olympus, as it is today. I can't use this stand in here. It looks like this. It's in a 125B style enclosure. And yeah, it's based off the Clark Gainster / Hoochie Mama circuit. And it began its life like this. There it goes. So this thing was my attempt at recreating it best I could without spending, too much money on crazy parts. And it really just floored me. I love the original Gainster. I bought it. I bought the Barber one, and then I made this, and it did everything I wanted it to do. It was similar enough. It kind of split the difference between the two versions, and I really genuinely enjoyed making these and playing these. But then when this version came into our head, I was trying to think of something else to add to the line. And since that was getting a little, more excitement and interest, I thought, well, let's kind of re-release it as a easier to make version, because that big one has a few caps and a few parts that if you heat it up too long, you'll burn out the cap. It's got these polystyrene caps, and I just had all sorts of issues with those failing, and it would be funny with like noise and stuff. So the current build is all surface mount, and it's lower noise, has a little more gain, but I did that on purpose, and then a little more bass, which again was intentional. These are not things that were just happened. Initially, they were very similar, but turns out that this version just had a little more low end, and we pushed the gain a little bit to kind of just kick it up a notch. So I'll run through some tones. So I'm just going to run through the current version of the Olympus. And by the by, I have another camera that's coming. So one day soon, I want to have a 2-camera situation here, and we should be able to have like picture in picture, which I'm very excited for. So Rude Tech always loves some more low end. Yeah. So that's just the Tone King plugin. Just playing with my Vela here. And with the gain set low, I'll set everything else at noon. And this will be the first tone test here. I got an A7C. So it's just like the current camera. Here you go. So it's kind of quiet until you push that gain a little bit. It's off. Here's on. I'm going to increase the output. Now, this is not like some crazy loud overdrive. It's a very true overdrive, in my opinion, very classic sort of thing. So you have to push the output when the gain's low. But off. On. So that's with the gain set very low. And the cool thing about this circuit is where the presence knob, or the tone knob, it's called presence on here, and the gain knob are arranged in the circuit. They're very interactive because they're kind of in a similar spot. So as you turn the gain up, it actually gets darker, and you can then compensate or adjust the presence control to kind of suit the sound you're looking for. I'm going to go to the neck pickup, which kind of has this pseudo Strat thing. So the pedal's still on. Let me turn it off. So that's the gain set very low. We're talking like we're looking at like 8 o'clock. So really low. I want to put everything at a more noonish position. Go back to the bridge here. Bypassed. On. So now you're starting to hear more what this pedal kind of sounds like. It has a very tweed focused sound, but depending on how you set these controls, you can really shape the sound to be very natural and honest, and not too cloudy or obtrusive. So here you go. Again, off. On. So when the gain's like less than 3/4 of the way up, it's a little dark, and I kind of like that because then you can it's a little bright, and I like that because you can compensate. So you turn that presence knob down. I'll turn that down to about 9 o'clock. So. And sorry, I'm going to get a mute for this mic, a little push button, just like JHS, so you don't hear the strings when I'm playing. I'll run through the gamut of tone control option here, just from the presence knob. So I'm going to crank the volume a little bit. Here's presence at minimum. Noon. Max. There you go. So that's kind of what happens with the presence knob on this circuit. If I increase the gain, you're going to start hearing it thicken up and darken a little bit. So let's go to about 2 o'clock here. Presence knob is back to noon. So again, that's on the bridge pickup of this the Vela, and you can hear how fat it starts to get when it gets up there. Nick, is the presence more of an additive thing? So at 0, it's normal, neutral sound still. And how different is it from the Spartan series? Okay, so the presence is just interacting with the first op amp stage. So it's a dual op amp style circuit, kind of like a tube screamer, but not arranged. The tone presence control is not in the same place, and that is what gives a tube screamer its iconic like mid honk, is where the tone control is and how it's arranged. Josh Scott says it's kind of like an OD1, and it kind of is. It's a lot simpler though. But the presence knob is adjusting a filter off that first gain stage, so it's just shaping the high end. So you're getting when it's all the way up, you're kind of getting none of that filter. It's very bright, but it's not, a totally honest sound because the circuit is adding a lot of brightness. So there's not it's not passive like some tone circuits where if it's turned one direction, it's like out of the circuit. It's an interactive thing that has to be there to kind of shape the sound. And how different is it from the Spartan? Well, it's built differently. The Spartan series is through hole. And the values in the newer version are adjusted. I mentioned that in the beginning, where it has a little more low end and a little more gain. And that's just to kind of give it a little bit more flexibility. So going back to this thing, I'm going to dime the gain. The other knobs are still about noon. And here is that sound. So that's that. And now you can hear how it fattens up and it kind of rounds out the top end. If we turn that presence knob up, I'm going to turn it to 3 o'clock. You can hear there's a little more top end sparkle. It really is a presence control. It's not shaping everything. Nothing in the entirety of the sound doesn't shift. It's just kind of affecting how the high end is perceived. I'll max that presence with the gain maxed. So it works in the headphones. It works pretty well, and it's honestly not as abrasive as some pedals when the tone circuit is max. Like you don't have to be afraid of extremes with the knobs on this thing. But let's run through a few more sounds. So I'm going to crank up the volume and then lower the presence and lower the gain. So we're looking at the gain on 3 o'clock, or sorry, the volume on 3 o'clock, the gain at 9, and the presence at 9. So now it's really hitting the amp. It's just a really fun pedal. And honestly, it's kind of like, you know, you hear how it sounds. There's only so much I can do to kind of showcase how good it is, because it's hard to get a bad sound out of it. Now, if you're playing a really bright amp, this pedal, like if you have like a bright cap on like a deluxe reverb or something that's has a pretty chimey front end when the amp is set low, it can get kind of abrasive. But let's see if we can clean up this Tone King here. So I'm going to turn the volume right down and turn the pedal off. Now it's super quiet. Turn the output up on this. Whoa! Okay, so that's about as clean as I can get the Imperial. So now we'll turn the Olympus back on here. So I'll go to this neck pickup. So that's really clean. Very clean sound. Here's the Olympus. So you can hear. It's very much a low gain overdrive, and it's pretty honest. So it's, you want to say transparent because it's a term that people know and expect. And it kind of is that, but also it definitely has its own character and vibe. I tend to think of transparency more as like, sunglasses or something, and not, a clear window, because pedals do stuff. They always do something unless they're just designed to be absolutely clean. So transparency, I think we have to adjust how we perceive translucent. There you go. I think we have to adjust how we perceive sounds in relation to the terms we use. But so to me, it has a very tweed-like sound. So here's the pedal on. That was off. Here's on. So as I bring the gain up, that sort of thing. I like staying on this neck. Even though my guitar is going out of tune. Hold on. Tuner. Whee! Okay. I need to grab my RevStar in a second. Maybe if the guys are watching, they can bring it to me, because it has the P90s in it, the Mythos P90 set, and I'd like you guys to hear them. But the guitar is out in the shop, so we were playing it. There we go. So if I increase that gain, again, that's the neck here. Kevin, awesome. Here's the gain up to 3 o'clock. Not adjusting the tone, here's max. I'll adjust that presence up. That was noon, here's 3 o'clock. All the way up. Ew! Very bright when the gain is well, if when your amp is set clean. I like the amount of compression it gets when it's hitting something kind of cooking. So lastly, for at least this part of the video, run through some tones and what this thing can do. Let's turn on rather the lead channel on this Imperial. So that's just the plugin. So I'm going to crank that up even more. Making opacity comparisons to sound is never ever confusing. That's true. That's true. All right. All right. That was a little much. Let's dial it back just a hair. Sounds good. Okay. So that's pretty push. So we're going to see what happens, right? All right. Here's everything at noonish again. So on. Sounds good. I'm going to turn the volume up, turn the presence up. Fun. And pretty low noise. There is a gate, but let's turn the gate off. Not super hissy. Not super hissy. You were blown away by how responsive the Olympus is to playing dynamics. Yeah, and it does stack really well. So if we turn some of that gain down, here's that lead channel again. Pedal on. So you can hear it cleaning up. Now this guitar has the volume pod is pretty scratchy. I need to replace it at some point. That happens. But yeah, I just love the Olympus. I love how it responds to your playing. I love how it stacks. I love how it hits a driven amp. I love how it hits a clean amp. It's just one of our favorite drives. So if you've not had the opportunity to try one, just hit up a Mythos dealer and check it out. I'm really proud of it. I'm really, really proud of it. Let me text the guys and see if someone can bring me. Here we go. Love technology. And someone. There we go. Okay. Put an order in for some stuff. So I have some things to show you guys. In addition to rather the Olympus today, I also have some really fun things that arrived. So the first of which, there's a box, right? And pow, I'm shaking. S-type pickup set, the EXP set. This is our Stratocaster pickups. So they have arrived. We're going to start. It's kind of hard to open this box. And hey, thank you.
There's one for you.
Thank you.
Say restart?
Yes, please. So we have them all in-house. They arrived today. Look at that. Aha! Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whoa! Just like that. There it is. So I'm gonna play this old thing first. This is my eagle-eyed viewers. If you followed me back in the garage days, this was my garage guitar. This is just a Squire. I think it's an Affinity Strat, and I bought this thing for like $70 something. It was incredibly cheap. It has some serious finish flaws. Is this an E flat? Yes. And I hot rodded it and made it into just like a test bed guitar, right? And when we were developing the pickup set, we were also working on a Stratoblaster kit. So the pickups will be coming out soon, so you just have to stay on our newsletter for that. But hopefully on the same day, we'll be sharing that. See that little thing? Oh, see that? This is a Stratoblaster kit that is about, I don't know, the circuit board's about that big. And it's going to be really affordable. And you can install it in any guitar. It's going to come with a switch, a jack, the PCB, loaded with the trim pot and the JFET, and cloth-covered wire and a battery clip for you to put it in the guitar of your choosing. So in this guitar, I put the battery clip through the cavity here. Had to add some wire to make it fit. But now this guitar, which has some GFS pickups, has the Stratoblaster in it, and it sounds pretty darn good. So good that you don't really want to turn it off when you have it on. You're like, oh man, that kind of makes everything sound way better. So I want to go back to this the rhythm channel on the Tone King here. And so here's the neck pickup on this this little Squire. Find a key. Right? And then when you flip the switch up, and you can wire it any way you want, but it's not really coming across what it's doing on this. But let me add the Olympus here, and then maybe you can hear it kicking up the decibels. So the Stratoblaster, famously used on the Gator Jerry Garcia guitar, has about 14 max decibels of output. So you can really kick your signal in the pants. And this is set about 3/4 of the way up. So here's the bypass signal. Let's see, I was playing E. Whatever. There you go. Add a little more heat. Stratoblaster. Sounds really good. It's super simple. It's going to be really affordable, and I'm just excited to release something different. We've been doing the treble bleed kit. They've done really well. They're still available if you want one. They're on our website or on Reverb. But these are going to be available at the same time as the Strat pickups, and we may drop one more guitar accessory thing. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, that's the basic gist of what it sounds like. I'm going to go to the lead channel on this amp on the plugin. and start messing with it. Nick asked, do I have a preferred height for pickups, singles, or humbuckers? I just, whatever sounds good. It just depends. I'm a relentless height adjuster, and when I find what works best with the pickup and the guitar, then I just leave it. But I don't have like a millimeter starting point or anything. So let's go back to the Imperial on this lead channel. Go to the 2. On here, or that's off. Here's on. So here's off. On. Off. On. Off. On. Just a fun thing, a super fun thing to put in a guitar that you like to experiment with. But that's not all, folks. Got one more goodie here. I feel like I'm burning through this live stream. That's okay. So this guitar really adds low end. Yeah, it adds a lot. It just adds output. It adds clarity. It adds bass. It's super super usable. So, but this guitar is my newer Yamaha Revstar that is currently loaded with Mythos and Porter P90s. These are the prototypes that we are working on. And I legitimately love this guitar. And when I put those black P90s in there, I was like, oh, I kind of think they should just come like that. But yeah, really enjoying these prototype pickups. So basically the gist on these is a very underwound neck with a pretty overwound bridge. So the balance is really obvious and usable, because I feel like most of the time, the neck is too woofy, the bridge is a little too puny, or I don't know. I don't like P90s to not be balanced and to not have clarity. So that's what we're aiming for. So I turned the Olympus off, back into the rhythm channel on the Imperial here, and here's the neck. That sounds so good. Yeah, bridge. So there's something about a neck pickup on a P90 loaded guitar that's just like perfect. And the bridge, the neck pickup, I'm happy with. It's done. The bridge pickup, we might do another revision of that. Sounds good, but the neck sounds really good in my opinion. So let's run a little heat on it. So I'll turn the Olympus on. Volume past noon, gain and presence at about 2 o'clock. That's the bridge. Here's the neck. Love that. Here's the in-between. Really good sound. The coolest thing about this guitar regardless of what pickups are in it, as long as you don't change it from stock. This is the RSS02T, which is like the middle of the road Yamaha. I think they're like $800 or something like that. In the 2 and 4 position, make it super honky. They introduce a transformer, so it goes from sounding like this. So here's the neck, like this. This is 4. So an out of phase thing. Here's the bridge. Here's the 2. So it's super honky and out of phase sounding. Super fun, super fun. I love the way this guitar plays and looks and sounds. And yeah, just super happy with it. But these pickups, they're coming right along. So that's a fun little sneak peek of what we got going. Let me dime this Olympus and get some heat, real heat. That's the bridge. Here's the neck. There you go. Fun sound. Really, 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 really fun sound. So that's about half an hour or so. So let's open it up for some questions. You guys drop them in the comment section. Let me know what you want to know. So the Strat pickups, I haven't decided when they're going to drop, but we're aiming for just a few weeks. Get everything ready, get everything packed. Make sure the website's listed. Make sure I have a demo ready to go, and they should be dropping in just a few weeks. So, and these, I don't know. These will be a couple months. How's the new spot? The new spot is good. It's a lot of pressure. It's way more. Obviously, it's going to be more money because it's so much more space, but it's a lot more responsibilities and stuff to have a spot like this. But it's good. It's a lot more room and possibility for sure. P90s will be sold as a set. Not going to do individuals. They're all going to be soap bar. No dog ear for now. But yeah, for right now, we're just doing sets only. Pre-order, not yet. Does the Stratoblaster kind of make it like a Clapton boost? No, the Stratoblaster, we're just going to call it the Blaster Boost or something like that. I don't know. Whatever we can do to not get in trouble. It's basically a clean boost with a high impedance input and a pretty the output is similar to like a hot pickup, so it has a lot of output too, so it sounds pretty natural. Let's play that Olympus. Okay, I will in just a second. We'll play it again. But the Clapton is a very mid forward honky and very loud boost, very loud. Will I do pre-wired pick guards? No. They're just going to come in a little box like this with all the swag and the mounting whatnot and the pickup covers, and that's it. Shoyles fuzz. I need to add the Shoyles fuzz to my to-do list, so thank you for that. I'm just going to do it right now. That's weird. There we go. Shoyles fuzz. So, yeah. Am I going to check out the SE DGT? Well, I'd love to play one. I don't foresee buying one, but I would love to play one. Play these Strat pickups with the Olympus here in a sec. Any chance of Firebird pickups? No. I mean, maybe one day, but I mean, everything that we're doing is, you know, it's a collaboration with Porter, right? So it's not going to be like anything that we want to make. We can just throw on the winder and make. They all have to be planned out and spec'd out, and you know, all the parts have to be bought. So it's a whole thing. And so while I have a Firebird, it has many humbuckers. I don't really want to get into that, you know. Snouse. Yeah, I got them baby blue eyes. Man. That's a bassy sounding guitar. So these are the Mythos pickups, the EXP set. And they're called that because they're inspired by Jimi Hendrix, of course, the reverse stagger, non-reverse wound middle pickup, so it doesn't buck any hum, and then the bridge pickup is well overwound and has a bass plate, so it's got a really focused snap, but a lot of power, and so there's not that, like, sometimes you have a Strat, and when you click down to the bridge, it just kind of, it's anemic. And I feel like this kind of solves that problem. So back with the Olympus. Let's try it. So here's the bypass. And here's everything kind of at 2 o'clock. That's the neck. There's a bridge. Yeah, really nice, nicely balanced. Do I have any specific way to adjust my Strat pickup heights? I just do it by ear. I don't know. Until they stop making that like rattle sound where like the string's too close to them. Are these only coming in a set of 3? Yes. Sorry. Not doing any sort of individual sets of anything yet. So, all right, let's do a really pushed boosted sound. So I want to dime the level and put the gain at about 9 o'clock and then turn the presence down to about 10. So here's do the 4. They kind of have like, you know, a thin stringy sound. If that's a descriptor, I guess it is. I can say anything. But when you hit a gain pedal or something with it, so I just feel like these pickups really start to wake up. Not that they sound bad without that, but it kind of goes, oh, there's that classic sound, you know. The middle is really good too. So here's the middle. The Olympus. When am I doing a guitar course? Rhett needs some competition. Oh man. I don't think anyone ever would want to learn from me. I mean, maybe, but if I was going to do that, I'd have to have like some serious help. I'd have to like pay Rhett to come down here to like set it up and do it for me because I don't know what I'm doing. But I don't know. Never say never. Maybe I'll do some like lessons on my ZZ Top, nonsense. But the middle pickup is really great. It totally gets that kind of like. Okay, Olympus back on. Really good. It's a great like funk sound. Sort of thing like you're doing like the meters, like go to like a 4. That sort of thing. But then when you add a little heat, because again, it's like it's kind of a thin sound, but that's the Jimmy thing, man. This is how this is wound and staggered, and like the whole voicing is supposed to be that. And when you add like a lot of reverb and like a big sound, maybe we can do that in a second. It has that sort of quality to it. I'm not good at playing like that, but I like the really clean thing. But you add a little bit of juice. Let's see. Let's kind of tame this up a little bit. You get that. That sort of thing. Would it require anything special with the push-pull knob to install the Mythos humbuckers in a RevStar? No, you just wire it up like normal. They just go to the switch. Because they're not tapped. I don't think the RevStar like taps anything anyway. But yeah, what other sounds does this thing have? Oh, let's add a little. Let's see how these pickups sound with a little more Jimmy-esque. Let's see. Let's get some reverb going. Let's do a lot of reverb. Maybe a little echo. So, kind of get more of that. Flip it over and play it left-handed for the true tone. Well, the reverse stagger. So, and I can't play left-handed. So yeah, see. That sort of thing. I haven't played Jimmy songs in a long time, but adding a little bit more gain. Let's push the gain here to about 2 o'clock again. So with this, you can really hear how dark it gets when you turn the gain up and have the presence low. I'm going to turn the presence up. So it has that kind of iconic sound when you start boosting the presence. That takes it from kind of muddy. I'll go to the bridge here. Some way more like focused and cutting. So there you go. Really, 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 really fun. Let's turn the chorus on. Because why not? Let's see. Anyway. See, sometimes I just get lost. I don't know what I'm doing. But I think that's about it. Any last minute questions, let me know. And we'll end the stream with that, the Olympus, the Strat pickups, and all that. Where did I get my acoustic panels? They are just off Amazon. I can't remember the name of them. They're just they come in a couple colors. They're really easy to mount. They have like a hook, and you just click them on there, and they definitely help the space. But they're, I think they're like $150 for a pack of 3. Yeah. Any other questions? Come on. Questions. Yeah. Can't wait to experiment with the pedal. Kevin, I hope you enjoy it. Sebastian Grimm says, look for Bassotect by BASF. That must be like a sound deadening material. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to spend insane money. I just want it to be like, oh, okay, that's better. Because most of the time I'm doing this in the room sound with the gate and all this stuff is kind of negated. Gate negated? Huh? Yeah. Let's see. That's the name of the foam. Oh, okay. Foam. Yeah. There's all sorts of stuff. I don't know much about those things. So, any new pedals on the horizon for 2023? Yeah, so much. So very much. We're still working on the chorus and the Univibe. That is kind of in the designer's court right now. I'm working with Brian of Mad Bean, who has made I don't know how many choruses and a ton of Univibes, and basically he's just trying to refine what I have, and we're trying to get a layout that really works and just can do exactly what we want with his low noise and simple functions and stuff. So he's fine tuning all that. What else have I mean, the Shoals fuzz is something that Rhett and I really have to work on. We will have more high roads coming. We do have a few Hephaestus left, and there's a bunch of stuff. I mean, we have a whole, like, Matthew in his office has the world domination chart. So we're hoping that this year we end 2023 in an even better place than we did in 2022, which was a great year, but it was kind of like up until really the last quarter of the year, we were just like catching up constantly. Very rare to have any standing inventory, and now we've like built up this inventory, and we're just trying to connect with dealers and do that whole thing. And that's our biggest goal is making more cool stuff, and connecting with more dealers and more players, and me doing more things on here. So if there's something you want me to do, if you watch the video or the stream long enough to comment on this, or if you're watching right now, let me know what you want to see from me, because I'm kind of like figuring this all out. I just really want to find my lane so far as that sort of entertainment, and what I can do with the community to connect with you guys the most, more than just like demoing my stuff. I have a lot of things that I want to do, but yeah, lots of things coming. We're really, I don't know. There's a lot of prototypes. I mean, there's a prototype right here on my desk. There's a couple more on another bench in the warehouse of things that we're trying to do hopefully garner a lot more interest in the brand. Kevin, what are some of your favorite modulation pedals? Man, you know, I love the simple stuff. So, you know, like a CE2, like the Waza CE2 is really, really good. Showing the screen in Neural. Yeah, I can. You can add a window in here. Let's see. Share screen, window. Well, it's not letting me see everything. Yeah, I don't know if it'll let me. If I could do this. Oh, yeah, I have to like give permissions to my computer. Golden Fleece on bass is killer when recording. That's great. It doesn't have a lot of low end like for playing live, but for tracking, I'm sure it would work really well. Michael M just left Nashville. It's fun visiting Carter and Gibson. Awesome. Plug in the Argo. I'm not going to this stream, but we will. We're gonna do more. I'm gonna do more demos of everything, like revamp all my demos. Either hide or I don't know, do something to kind of shelve some of the older demos. And then hopefully, you know, we're gonna have a lot more content for all these things. Now that I have Strats, I have Telecaster over there. I've got no shortage of humbucker guitars, P90s. I want to try to do more demos where I showcase the pedal with different, you know, common sounds that you would use with those guitars, as well as we have this idea of doing like not a history, but just kind of like a quick talk about everything, kind of like a shorter form of this, where I talk about, you know, hey, this is the Olympus, and here's why I made it, and here's why I like it, and here's why you should check it out, and like those sort of things. All things Weatherly, your passion shows through in all the streams. Keep that at the forefront on what you do. It keeps me engaged with the brand. I mean, thank you, and that's what I want to do. I just want to keep a connection with the community and keep it honest and real. I love so much of the guitar world in the gear community, but a lot of it seems just, you know, it's a little produced or a little safe, and you know, like I just want to be me. And you know, if I say something that might not coincide with like a popular notion or you know, rub people the wrong way, it's just, you know, hey, we were able to have conversations. That's what makes all this stuff fun. And you don't learn or grow if you just, you know, everybody's like, everything's great. You know, everything's not great, and that's okay. It's fine. My opinion is valid for myself, and yours is for you. So anyway, I digress. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Oh, there, the system dialog just popped up. But I am hoping to really lock this in and be consistent with the live streams. Ooh. Later. Okay. Like I said, I got the new camera, so I'm gonna have a multiple camera setup, and I'm just super excited. So subscribe, like, comment, ring the bell, whatever it is that people do. I don't know. Subscribe to my newsletter. That's a big one. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. See you guys later.